Hello everyone, welcome to another video. In this video, I will be teaching you how to draw realistic lips without buying fancy art stuff that costs more than both of your kidneys. All you need is an electronic pencil, like mine or a normal pencil, an eraser and a blending stump. So first of all, you draw in a straight line and then draw another straight line that cuts the other straight line in half. You draw one circle above the straight line that is evenly cut by the other straight line, and two straight lines in the bottom represent the two circles on the lower lip. Now draw the line of the lip. Draw the top of the lip by drawing a line that kind of goes in, and then draw the lower part of the lower lip by drawing a kind of a wavy move following the directions of the two circles you drew, and then connect the dots to each other. After this, you start shadowing the lip upward from the lobe to the top. You could erase the circles that we drew. It would be easier if you erase them, but I keep them. In this tutorial that I'm going to show you, if you do it right, the circles wouldn't be visible at the end, but it would be easier if you erase them. After you shadowed around the line of the lip, you shadow it around the outside lines of the lip. If you see a picture of a real lip, the outline of the lip is darker than inside of the lip. Now you pick off your blending stump. Try to leave the middle of the lower lip alone because it is going to be our light and we need it. So don't shadow over it because it will be hard to erase it and give it that bright light if you shadow on it. And also on the lower lip, try to apply more pressure above the middle of the line to show the bump on the upper lip, but leave the top of the bump alone to show the light. The line should be the darkest part of our lip, so we keep darkening it. And then darken and shadow it again. Also, the shadow around the line is darker than the shadow on the rest of the lip. It looks like it starts off by starting with dark shadow to light shadow, going from the line to outline of the lip, and also helps to show the 3D shape of the lip. Now for the texture, it's very important to do this one right because right now it's just a good drawing, but if you give it a texture, it gives a realistic vibe. Draw little and thin lines, but in a messy way because the skin isn't exactly in order. Don't do it too messy, just a little, but don't do it like they're standing in line. also try to not to draw too much line on the lights, and the light inside the shadows should be darker because they still should be shown, and the lines on the upper lip in general are darker and more, and the lines on the upper lip are less visible in general because there isn't as much light as the lower lip, so they can't be seen. And then you blend it again. You pick up your eraser and erase the lines remaining from your first sketch. For getting the texture above the lip, you should apply pressure here above the lip and then apply less pressure and drag it to the right. Leave this part alone and let it have light, and shadow the rest of the way with low pressure, and again leave that part also alone and leave a line of light and apply less pressure again. Now we can do the shadow under the lip. As you can see, under the lower lip is a small white line. You can draw it, you can not draw it, it's based on your personal preference, but I think that it gives off a more realistic texture, so I always draw it personally. So now for the shadow. The shadow should be the darkest part of the whole drawing. You know, the pure shadow is always the darkest. So apply more pressure than all of the sketch on that part. Continue for a little and then blend it a little because you don't need to shadow it all the way down. Then you can pick up your eraser and draw the light. What is the most important thing about realistic drawings, in my opinion, are the lights. Because when you're sketching, you know, pencils are black and just everything is black, but in real life there is light. And if you add light and white to your drawings, it always makes them look more 3D. But because this video is about drawing a realistic lip without expensive art stuff and doing it with simple supplies, so we are going to do it with an eraser instead of a white pen. Start drawing the texture again, but now in thinner lines, and try to not cover up the light but just reflect the texture. And because this part on the lower lip is made of two bigger circles, you can draw a little more shadow on that part to show that it's like two big circles and goes in. If you feel like there's a difference between this one I'm drawing and the higher lip above the page, it's because this one is smaller than the other one, so the texture on that one could be seen better. You might ask why I drew it smaller. I don't know. I mess up in front of camera. I don't know. I just suck in front of camera. So if you ever feel like you accidentally erased the shadow or light up too much, it's okay. You can do it again, erase it again, shadow it again, light it up again. You can burn the paint if you don't like the drawing and start all over again. I do this stuff a lot. Yeah. You should keep the balance between light and the shadow. That's very important to make it look realistic. And let me turn on the light to show you how it looks under normal light. There you go. Here it is. This is the final result. And yeah, so I just used one electronic pencil, one blending stump, and one eraser. I managed to draw a realistic lip without selling both of my kidneys to buy fancy art stuff. I hope you enjoyed this video and it was useful for you. Bye!